Smith to the sideline, and he gets picked off by Diamador Lenore. But the guy that's been picked on for much of this season steps in front of the pass in the second Niner takeaway.
Woo-hoo! What's going on, Bay Area? It's your boy, Chewy Gomez from 102 Jams. Listen to me every day, 3 to 7, playing your best hip-hop and throwbacks. Now back to my boys, Bonte and Shasky, right here on 95.7 The Game.
All right, you dogs. Shout out to YouTube, Twitch, Xfinity Mobile, text line, download the Odyssey app, 95.7 The Game, thousands of other stations, and millions of podcasts are free on the Odyssey app. Sports talk, music, news, podcasts are all available completely free. You can catch every Warriors game live on the app, along with all the music and news the Bay Area needs. Follow your favorite teams, stations, radio shows, podcasts now by downloading the free Odyssey app. You got a Warriors-Wizards game at high noon today on MLK Day.
Nice.
Happy MLK Day to everybody out there. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed the day off. We're not.
When you say high noon, you know what I think of?
What do you think?
I think of Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah. That's where I get it from.
8 o'clock in the morning. I like to do my killing before breakfast.
Before breakfast, yeah. High noon. That's where I get it from. I've been saying high noon ever since, man. I love high noon.
All right, we're super fired up about that 49er victory.
Warriors, Wizards, high noon, if anybody cares. High noon. 11 o'clock pregame show. Watch your boy.
What a banner weekend for football. I couldn't even think about basketball. I had basketball on the big screen on silent, and then I had the iPad with it. Normally it's the other way around. I had the iPad with all the sound, for the NFL games, and I was just, man, jaw dropped watching the NFL.
Yeah, the NFL was great. And then you watch the Warriors and Bulls yesterday, and you're like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about
23 turnovers.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We'll get to them when we need to. Can I get into one thing? Niner game on Saturday. I was thinking, all right, this is Niners Seahawks. I want to see, and I'm not losing my mind over this. I just thought it was funny. I wanted to see Bowman or maybe Richard Sherman or somebody, maybe Jerry Rice, ring the foghorn or pull the foghorn, who is like an old alumni. This is a playoff game. This isn't like September or October.
No.
This is a playoff game.
Yeah. You don't bring in Keith Lewis for a playoff game.
Exactly.
Shout out to Keith Lewis.
Come on.
I got respect for you, but you don't bring out Keith Lewis for the playoff game.
Yeah, I want the heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? This is a playoff game. And they had Dr. Disrespect. Is that his name? Am I saying it correct?
Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect, who is some video gamer. Now, I know who he is because of him showing up to 49er stuff before. And apparently he's a diehard 49er fan. And I'm not saying that he's not. I'm telling you, the crowd reaction was like, who is this guy in a wig?
I didn't like that. You know what I did like before the game? Seeing John Taylor and Tom Rathman on the field.
Oh.
Breaking down the game.
Rathman? Does he fire you up?
Dude, Rathman, John Taylor, my guy, John Taylor. We got to get John Taylor on the damn morning.
We do have to get him on the show.
What the hell? We got to get John Taylor. And then see Ricky Waters.
Oh, he did the halftime
He did the halftime horn.
Yeah.
And Ricky was jacked up with his son.
Yeah.
So you had Ricky Waters, and then, of course, you had Jerry Rice sitting in the crowd with his 49er chain on. You see that?
Yes.
That's what we need. Dr. Disrespect, I was like, who?
You didn't know who he was?
I had no idea who
like the wig and the mustache and everything. It's okay.
Yeah.
I know he's popular. I know he's got like 1 million followers on all these different platforms. I'm just telling you what the crowd did. This is what the crowd did. Everybody, who is that?
Who is that?
That's all.
I had no idea. I had no idea who he was. I had no idea. No clue whatsoever. And I was just like, all right.
So you were with me.
Well, according to JMC _1982, good morning to him. Dr. Disrespect has more fans than both of you put together times 10. Well, good for him.
Well, I'm glad that he's popular in the 11-year-old crowd. Right. I'm telling you now, in the 49er season ticket holder crowd and the people that attended that game, people just didn't know who he was. That's all. They just didn't know who he was.
I had no idea
I'm hoping if it's Niners Cowboys or if it's Niners Bucks, can we get an alumni? Can we get one of the great players? I watched Jerry Rice pregame. Bonte, I don't know if you saw him, but I love watching Jerry. He's there.
He runs on the field.
He's in the end zone. He's got the big bedazzled 49er helmet, and he's dapping up all the players. I just love seeing Jerry, because this is something we didn't get at Candlestick. Right. I love seeing Jerry on the field. He is like a true ambassador of the Niners. He wants to win as much as the players.
No doubt. And he's going to join us Friday.
Oh, God,
Jerry
I love
Rice will join
Jerry.
us Friday. And you imagine if it's Niners Cowboys and we get Jerry on a Friday?
Oh, I mean, sign me up.
He's going to want to play.
I mean, but
he will want to play.
It doesn't get lost on me that one of the greatest football players of all time bleeds red and gold.
I know.
And is sitting there. I saw him with fans in the second row.
In the fourth quarter, he's fired up.
Oh,
he's jacked up sitting in the third row. Jacked up.
Am I the only one that kind of geeks out over something like that?
You know who else was there?
Huh.
Peyton Manning.
Oh, I did see
You
Peyton. Him and Debo were embracing in the end zone.
Yeah, walking up the tunnel
I did
together.
see that.
Peyton Manning was in the building.
I did
so
see
I wonder
that.
what Peyton Manning thought of Brock Purdy. Are they going to have the Manning cast tonight for Cowboys Bucks?
That I don't know.
May have to check that out.
I don't know.
May have to check that out.
Peyton, by the way, humongous human being. Like, he stands
Humongous
out.
head.
Yeah, he
You
stands
can
out.
see his forehead from 327.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt. You can
Absolutely.
see that big old forehead up there. You had all the stars in the building. Pilo was in the building. E40 was in the building. Eric Davis was in the suite right behind me, sipping some champagne.
Got him.
Eric Davis
That
sipping
guy?
champagne, sipping rosé. Sipping some rosé.
Following no one on Twitter?
No, yeah. I kind of respect that gangster. Don't you? I respect that. To be able to follow nobody like Gary Ratnich.
Yeah,
I'm going to follow nobody.
Well, that's Francesa, Radnich, and Skip Bayless. All follow no one.
Yeah.
There's a common thread.
I mean, Stephen A. follows like 11 people.
Yeah, but at that point, why are you on social media then?
Why do you have a problem with it?
I just find it to be, I don't know.
I kind of like that. I kind of respect that gangster.
Kind of
To be like,
insufferable.
I'm Gary. I'm following nobody. By the way, the Cowboys. You want to
I
laugh?
don't care about anyone else's opinions.
We're
on anything.
laughing. But they probably still see things.
Of course they do.
But, not following anybody. It's pretty cool. By the way, this stat is mind-boggling to me. We hear a lot. What's going on back there? All right. The Cowboys, they're playing at Raymond James Stadium today in Tampa Bay. And it's a grass surface. Now, I told you what Guru told me before the Cowboys played the Titans. He said, we're not a good grass team. We don't play well on grass. And I kind of laughed. Like, come on, Goo. How do you not play on grass? How do you not play well on grass? Well, the Cowboys this year, on grass, Shasky, they're 1-4. They're 1-4 on grass, 11-1 on turf. Well, sucks for them that this game is on grass, and if they win, next week will be on grass. They average 2.5 sacks per game on grass. On turf, they average 3.5 sacks.
Ooh.
They blitz a lot more on grass 35% of the time because they can't get home. They only blitz 25% of the time on turf. Now, check this out. This is the biggest number right here. On turf, they've given up 12 touchdowns. However, they picked off 13 passes. On grass, they've given up 11 touchdowns and only come up with 3 interceptions. So they've given up 11 touchdowns in 5 games on grass. They've given up 12 in 12 games on turf.
Somewhere there's a, state trooper of Texas going, that's right. We don't like grass
We don't like
here
grass.
in this state, in this Lone Star state of ours.
So how about this? Micah Parsons, right?
Yeah.
He's been talking a lot.
Yeah.
It's not about numbers. It's about watching the game. Well, anyway, Micah Parsons on turf has 12 sacks this season.
Okay.
On grass in 5 games, just a sack and a half.
Interesting.
So they don't like the grass. Where there's cookies,
You know who does like the grass?
Who does?
49er fans and their tailgating experience.
No, they do.
Let me just tell you, I walked around that parking lot and people were ready. I was so proud to be a Niner fan on Saturday. Like, people got there super early. The barbecues were off the hook. Shout out the Britton family. They had some just amazing sausages all diced up. I met Alex, who called us in the other day and invited us to a tailgate. I went and saw him, took some photos with some of him and his buddies. They had cookies and everything. Remember the guy who brought us cookies? Oh, you weren't there at the Hilton for training camp, but the guy brought us some really good cookies. Not the weed cookies. Like, these are, I don't know, high-end cookies. Anyway, it was just a great atmosphere, and I want to throw some stats at you, Bonte.
Well,
what do you make
like
of
those,
this?
You like those grass stats?
I mean, I hate the Cowboys.
Well, who comes up with grass stats? Who? By the way, City Chopped. I met your boy City Chopped.
Oh.
He's a neighbor of yours.
Oh, yeah.
City Chopped.
Yeah.
Chopped cheese.
Big guy.
Yeah, chopped cheese. Said he got some chopped cheese sandwiches ready to roll.
Yeah, we're gonna
I said, bring them through.
Yeah, I
bring them through. Chopped cheese, man. He's in section 227.
We're a food show.
Yeah.
Let me throw you some stats. The 49ers have scored 40-plus, and Brock Purdy threw for 332 and 4 touchdowns. In the 6 playoff games with Jimmy Garoppolo, the Niners averaged 22.8, and Garoppolo had a total of 962 yards passing, basically 160 yards per game, with only 4 touchdowns. What do you make of that?
I make of it that Jimmy Garoppolo struggled in the postseason. Struggled. Now, with that said, I do want to be fair. 2019, Jimmy Garoppolo was throwing to George Kittle, Emmanuel Sanders, and a rookie in Deebo Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
Their third wide receiver is Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
Who's their running back? Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert. Yes. Not really passing threats,
and Breida.
Right? The weaponry is so much different.
Agreed.
The weaponry is so much more explosive right now than it was in 2019.
Is the offensive line better? I think it is this year. And I think part of that is because of the quarterback play. Like, I think they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But I think the O-line's better this year than it was that year.
I agree.
What do you
2019,
think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like Burford and Banks, dude, they've been playing. And Brendel.
Weston Richburg got hurt. And the middle of that interior offensive line got cooked against Kansas City, Chris Jones.
Yeah.
So I would say, to be fair to Jimmy, Brock has a lot more to work with.
I agree. But
with that said, I mean, Brock looks a lot better than Jimmy did ever in the postseason.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not. Now, the first half, it was scary hours. Reminded of us a lot of Minnesota.
But you're going to struggle in the playoffs.
That's what I was trying to say about Jimmy G, but nobody wanted to hear that.
Well, because I think when you watch, like, it's not just like struggling at times. Can you put together multiple drives back to back, or in the same quarter, in the same half? It felt like Jimmy moving the ball was a struggle. And now you could say personnel, O-line, team around him. Plays are out there. That's the one thing that, like, I know that there's been times where I've crushed Shanahan in terms of the specific usage of guys or how he's ran the ball in certain situations or throwing too much or whatever. But plays are out there. And I always said, Jimmy doesn't see the field in these playoff games.
No doubt.
And I felt like Purdy didn't see the field early in the game.
No, he didn't see it in the first half.
But then it clicked.
He started cooking.
And he started hitting everybody. He started making plays. And the other thing that we always look for, because this is the big knock on Jimmy, outside of not seeing the field at times, can you make off-scripted plays? Well, Purdy can do that. And it's not even about like scrambling around and doing the highlight play like he did to Ayuk where Ayuk dropped the ball. It's the little one like dumping it off to Mitchell, dumping it off to CMC where that's a sack on Jimmy.
That is a sack or a throwaway. And that's a touchdown
Jimmy doesn't
now.
throw it away,
But the other thing too, Jimmy does have a hard time throwing it away. It's the red zone efficiency here. Look, I know there are 3 and 6 in the red zone. You settle for 3 field goals, but it does look like more so with Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy looks for the end zone. He's throwing to the end zone.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Jimmy, when he gets around the red zone, he's throwing it short of the goal line. Think about the Kansas City plays. Remember the Kansas City Chiefs game where he made that boneheaded interception right before halftime and he was struggling in the red zone? Brock Purdy, he has a nose for the end zone. There's certain players who have a nose for the end zone. Like, that's why I thought Trey Lance would be so dynamic in his offense. It's like, Trey Lance, he knows where that pylon is.
Yeah.
He's getting into the end zone. Brock Purdy knows I'm either going to throw it into the end zone, we're not going to throw it short of the sticks, or I'm going to hit that check down that's wide open in the flat that could run into the end zone.
It's interesting that you bring up the Jimmy Garoppolo play in the red zone because more times than not, it felt like there would be he'd get pressured so fast and so quick. And then I would always ask, is that on the O-line?
Right.
Is that on Jimmy and the pre-snap recognition? Is that, like, what is that? Can he not make the first guy miss?
Right.
I do feel like, pick your poison. Sometimes Purdy checks into a different play. And you saw one, he tried to check into a play, and Shanahan called the timeout. Was like, yo,
chill out,
whatever
homie.
Play you were going to call, we're going to redo this one. The other times, it feels like Purdy does a great job making that first guy miss. That first guy, instead of just going straight down. Right. Whereas in that play that you referenced with Kansas City, Jimmy's just throwing it up because that first guy's coming unimpeded, and he can't evade that guy.
You know what it is Jimmy panicked. Purdy doesn't. That's the biggest thing. Jimmy panics. Oh, my God, it's sped up. I got to do something. Play's over. Brock's like, no. Let's play on.
Yeah.
Now the play is starting. I'm not going to panic. We're going to keep this play alive because how defenders say it all the time. It's tough to cover for 5 seconds. It's tough to cover for 4 seconds. And then you got Deebo and Ayuk and Kittle all down the field, and you can't keep up with running backs. They got a mismatch at the running back position when it comes to linebackers, but I just think it's panic. Jimmy seemed to panic in the pocket, especially in the red zone, and Purdy doesn't. Purdy's like, I'm going to keep the play alive, or I'm going to throw it away, and I'll hold it. Now, he scares me sometimes with the way he holds it. I'm like, yo.
He kept rolling to the left.
I was just like, dude,
he
throw the ball away.
To the left, B. And not only is he not throwing the ball away, he's taking unnecessary shots. And as a guy who's that small, I just worry about him taking a hit. And then next thing you know, we got Josh Johnson out there.
Yeah, let's not say that. The Road to Glendale is brought to you by AmeriWest Credit Union. Working for you today, tomorrow, and together. Another thing with Brock, you bring up, whether or not he gets hurt. Brock Purdy doesn't take a lot of massive shots.
No, he did twice in the first half, but in the second half, not at all.
No, he kind of protects himself in that pocket. All right, let's try to get a phone line.
There was one near the sidelines. They should have thrown a penalty on where he was like 3 steps out of bounds.
And then it was like a domino effect with all these Seahawks and personnel, trainers, and everything like that. All right, we're going to get the phone lines. Another shot here. 888-957-9570. Basic Kev, Oakland. What you got?
What up, Vontae from the West, no Delonte, and Sassy, make it nasty. What's up, baby? What's poppin'?
What's up? You still sound like a robot, but go ahead, get the call in. It's on us, Basic Kev. Go ahead, power through.
It's all good. Well, look, check this out. I was at the game. I was looking for y'all, couldn't find y'all, but look, I'm going to just say this. For one, it's not all about Brock Purdy. I'm going to say that, but look, I mean, watching him in person, dude, it's something about him. He got that something, y'all, and you can feel it. And I had like chills going down my spine, yo, when he made that pass to Eli Mitchell, man, over there, dude. I mean, like, you could feel the magic with this dude, man, and he kept getting away from the rush. And then on that one to IU, y'all remember that one?
And we're going to have to cut you off because you sound like Soundwave from Transformers.
Oh, boy. We're sorry about the phone lines here.
Or the guy, what were you saying, Sam? Who do you think it sounded like?
I thought you kind of sounded like that droid at Jabba's palace that kind of like takes 3PO and R2 in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm getting a little too nerdy with that one, though.
You will make a very good server droid.
Yeah, you guys lost me on that one. Where's that from again?
It's from Star Wars.
Jabba's palace, bro. He's he's basically a crime mob syndicate, head, mafioso.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith once compared Jamarcus Russell to him.
He's basically...
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
He's basically like, how would I put this? He's like the Tony Soprano of the Star Wars world.
Gotcha.
Right? I mean, is that... I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a better, He and then when...
By the way, I was disappointed you didn't go to Star Wars night at Chase Center.
I know for you it's been basketball season for like 6 months.
No, but it's Star Wars night.
Yeah, again, the basketball season starts once the football season starts.
It's Star Wars night.
Yeah,
you can take a break. Star Wars.
Every night Star Wars night. Bad Batch season 2 just got released.
I thought you was going to dress up like the Mandalorian and show up to Chase Center. No?
Mandalorian trailer tonight via Bucks v. Cowboys.
Can't wait.
Well, there's my reason to tune in.
Oh, gosh. It's my reason to fall asleep.